feel like I got the list of cheats right in the ass already. How do I pick the wave, the wave to go have the most fun? Because maybe there's 10 fun waves, huh? How do you pick which one? Well, my super cheat code, is there anybody out there? My favorite thing is when there's no one out, because you could just scream and yell, and if you get a good wave, you could cheer yourself on and not care if anyone sees you, or if you blow one, you could be like, oh, and like just be so mad at yourself, pour out your like emotions or like what you're feeling. And then the next one would be like, okay, I usually want my friend to surf with me. If I surf by myself, I'll tell my friends about my sessions and no one believes me. And then I can't even get all psyched on my sessions. Out of the 10 spots, where is my friend that's available that day? The next cheat, what's the best surfboard I have? Like, because sometimes there's no one out anywhere. Your friends are all ready to surf anywhere. So it's just like you're back at square one, like, what's the board that's been making me the most happy lately? And that usually leads to the fun session. Is there anybody out? You want no. You want your friend to be down to surf with you, or at least down to sit on the beach and cheer you on. The third one is you want the magic surfboard. That's like the three-way cheat code to the most fun possible for that day. I don't like the crowd so much. Like, I'll always look for not crowds. But when I see a huge crowd and the waves are perfect and I know I gotta do it, I'm like laughing inside just as much as when I see nobody. I love a crowded lineup if that's what you're gonna deal me. For me, the first trick I do to myself if I see the worst crowded lineup ever is I just start laughing. To be honest, if I were to be honest with you, the first thing I feel is anger. It's like so much anger that I start laughing. Like, you know, when a kid, when they're about to go crazy
or something, like, and they don't cry, but they're like, I'm not embarrassed. I'm not.
They don't cry. Like, I feel like I'm about to cry or something, but I start laughing. Like, embrace that little laugh or that anger or something. And like, even if it's on the road, I understand you start laughing when you're at your home break. Ha ha ha, these guys are gonna get it. I'm getting my waves. Where if you're at a spot, you have no authority. My first thoughts is I start going like, watch the fun I'm gonna have, you know? Watch the fun I'm gonna find out there. It's so bad, I'm gonna find it. I just start like, boom, you're gonna go above that. Here's the problem, we're going above. Here's the problem, any problems? Boom, 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 boom. Boom, I start tricking, even though I may not, I know I'm not. Just how do I fall? Okay, yeah, no, I do end up in some some special waves, we'll call them. I've noticed my favorite theory for like falling, if it's in a super, super dangerous situation, you know, you always want your hands in front of your face. I always notice you always want your hands like in front of your face, you know, if you ever get into like a car accident or like a fight or anything, or if someone's like attacking you or an animal or something, So like, yeah, the first thing I always thought was like hands in front of your face. When I surf rocks, you gotta be aware how you fall. Yeah, the rocks are really hard and they're sharp and they'll like penetrate you or break your bones or like make it so you can't surf the next day. Or the worst thing for me that I could imagine is, say you're gonna fall face first into a pile of reef. That would be the worst. One time when I was younger, I just remember I was about to fall straight into the dry reef, and I just remember I thought, okay, I don't want my face to hit, I'd rather my back of my head. So when I was falling into it, I just turned my head, but I ended up blowing out the back of my head. Poof, and it made like, you know when the air's coming out of like a tire, like a bike or a car tire, it's like and I was underwater and I was just like, oh, cowboys and Indians, cowboys and Indians. I don't know why, I'll never forget that, but I just remember thinking, cowboys and Indians. They get shot with bow and arrows and guns and drive off and they're all good. So I was just like, don't black out, don't black out. Cowboys and Indians. Maybe think of like stuff that, maybe tough stuff. And they'd get shot with the arrow or like shot with the gun. They'd still jump on their horse and like, ah, and like get out of there to like, sometimes the next county. So it was like a good cheat to keep me calm. Anytime you're in distress or like getting cracked or something, like your head underwater or something, think of like something that makes, like what's like some tough stuff. Like it feels awkward to just fall like this all the time, but you'll learn over time, like you wanna fall like this. Sometimes I like cross it up, you know, too. When shit gets really bad, that's like my emergency one.